Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another exciting LEGO build. Today is going to be part 2 of the huge Hogwarts and Hogwarts ground project that I started last time. Now, in this episode we are going to be working on at least the start of the rock wall. I've done a lot of mental measurements here and I hope it works out. So essentially, I did get this idea from Brixie when he did his ski resort lodge and like the actual ski slope. He used these IKEA boxes. They come in 3 different sizes. This is going to be the tallest one, just because I wanted a pretty decent gap over the lake. I bought 3 of them. They range from about $10 to $20 each. With the 3 of these, I will be lining them up this direction. This is actually a fully built version of it, which is pretty cool. They're designed for LEGO storage, but you can build on top of them. You can use them as storage. He actually stacked them on top of each other, and I thought that was a great idea. And I don't necessarily need to stack these on top. What I did, bought 3 of those, and I'm going to start with 300 of these. I do have some spares, obviously, but I didn't want to completely over-order if I don't have to in this color. Obviously, I can just use these as the rest of my mills plates for the city and all of that stuff. So worst case scenario, I can never not run out of these 2x2s and I can always find uses for them. But I'm kind of trying to sparse out my orders just because I have like 15 projects started and I'm trying not to kill myself with any of this stuff. So basically, cut that out. Cut out that whole comment up to this point. So basically what I'm going to do today is build these 3, line them all up completely, and then add these around the outside. I'll eventually add some more rock detail to this as well, but I at least want to get it started. You can obviously use 2x4s, 2x6s, 8s, 1, whatever you want to use. I did 2x2s just because this will get a pretty good idea of the actual size of everything. Obviously, yes, you can measure out with these, but I like having it in person just to make sure I'm actually doing it properly, because I would hate to build an actual outline to this and not have it work out. One of the other reasons is you can obviously build on this, but given that it is white instead of dark gray, what I'm probably going to do is actually brick over this. So use this as an actual support structure, but then use these or whatever dark gray pieces, potentially like thick base plates like with the actual ridges, over top of it and make it a big structure. I also did pick up the new poly bag as well, which is Draco in the Forbidden Forest. 33 pieces, found it at Target for $5. I'll probably add that to the forest today just to kind of get the color scheme looking the way I want it to. But yeah, this is going to be the start of the big old rock structure. I'm not 100% sure how much 300 pieces is actually going to last me. I probably completely undershot my total here. But again, since I do want to add some pieces at the top of this, I at least want to get an idea of what I'm doing before I place like 4 separate orders. So I'm going to do this probably over the course of a couple weeks, honestly, just because I do have some more of these in like transit. So we'll see how it all goes, but I am really excited to do so. If you're interested, feel free to check out the first video. Basically, this is going to be a little over 7 base plates long, a little over 1 base plate wide. And I'm not 100% sure about the total height of this yet. It's actually going to really determine with these. And then obviously I'll be building Hogwarts over top of it. So I'm hoping this really does work out, but it's going to be pretty interesting. One of the other big things is obviously it's going to be wider than this. So I'll be using these kind of like as a bridge, but using this as like the bulk pieces of it. So once I got all that sorted, all these measurements, and hopefully don't drop anything from the a little over 6 foot in the air, so we'll see how this goes. But thank you guys so much for joining me for another exciting portion of this project. Feel free to check out the rest of the playlist. I've tons of stuff between Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Brickheads, Harry Potter. Of course, my city you can obviously see in the background is kind of my favorite project. But yeah, got a lot of cool stuff going on right now, so I'm ready to start this big old project. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and let's see how it turns out, everybody. Alright everybody, so here is the final build for this portion of the project. The giant Hogwarts rock wall is completed for now. I did add some details to the bottom, just here and there. I was shooting at this at the exact same time that I was building the boathouse. Since they kind of worked in tandem, I was looking to do a staircase from the boathouse to the rock, and nothing I did kind of turned out well. I did the staircase on the side, and I also added a very cool minifigure thing up there that was handmade off of Etsy, so that's very awesome. Zona Fabrications, I believe it was, on Etsy. Definitely check them out. Pretty cool work. I love that thing. I left everything in its place for now, but this is obviously what we were working on today. I said before I ordered about 300 pieces. That got me to there. So I ordered about 1,000 of these more, and here we are. Worked out pretty well. You can see I kind of textured it as much as I can, have some pieces sitting off to the sides. As for like the deeper portions here, obviously to hold the Great Hall, and then just wrapped it around pretty much like normal. And then the brand new 2024 boathouse sitting right in front. I primarily used 2x2s in dark bluish gray, a little bit of 2x4s, and then some 1x4s. The little plates going in as well. Sorry if this is a little shaky. I'm holding this up over my head, which is an absolute pain, and my tripod's just a little bit too short. Got to get some old college textbooks and stick it on there, I guess. Raise it up a little bit for next time. But I like it. I think it looks good. I think we're off to a pretty good start. Obviously, I can texture it a little bit more, but with everything changing already in the next couple months with the new Great Hall and everything, I don't want to go too extreme and then have to like completely redo everything. With this, I'm hoping I can just expand out a little bit. Now, one debate that I've had, instead of doing one green here, I'll probably do another green instead of 2 pieces for the Forbidden Forest. The minute I'm done with this build, I'm going to be starting Hogwarts hut, or Hogwarts hut, Hagrid's hut from the new lineup. So once that's actually in, I can have a better look at kind of like the space and what I'm going to need, because it's hard to actually like look at it and say, all right, I'm going to build all of this by guess and we'll go from there. So that's why getting this done was so important, and now I can start adding details, trees, and all that good stuff. I did not actually add Draco Malfoy's polybag. Probably gonna hang it on the wall with the new minifigures. I'm not sure yet. But that's just gonna do it for this project, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Tune in either to the boathouse, which it comes out before or after this episode. I haven't entirely decided yet, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I can't wait to keep going on this awesome, huge build, guys. See you next time.